Hello everybody and welcome to Level 5. Of course, I'm Level 5 and on this channel we talk all things movies, TV shows, comic books and video games. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I went to go see it in the cinema last night. This is my Ada Cinema experience and thoughts and, non-spoiler review. Let's dive in. Okay, I'm going to say it. I kind of enjoyed this film. I didn't think it was too bad. Is it as structured as the first one? No, the first one's definitely got a bit more heavy structure to it. It's actually very inspired by the second game. Now, granted, I'm not a massive FNAF player. I don't really enjoy the gameplay, but I do like the lore. I do know a lot about the lore of Five Nights at Freddy's, and it kind of sticks to it to a certain degree. It follows the key points whilst alternating some stuff. There isn't as much gore in this one. It's a lot more jump scary. There's a lot more jump scares and, kind of heart flutter moments of kind of in-your-face action than the actual moments of gore and violence that you expect. Definitely toned down from the first one. This film is mildly frustrating in character dynamics. It definitely goes off the first one. It's definitely a sequel. It definitely continues the story, which is great. There's moments where there's no background music at all, and it just carries on the conversation. I feel like that kind of made certain scenarios weak. There was certain conversations that were, sure, you can have a long conversation, that's fine in a movie, but when you have no background audio, it just kind of seemed a bit odd. There's definitely some intense conversations that maybe could have benefited with some background music, but it didn't have any. There's also certain moments where it was just a bit, like, I don't know, interactions were a bit stiff, I guess is the right word. But overall, it definitely does carry on from the first one, and I enjoyed that. Seeing these characters back on screen is a fun time. It definitely didn't go the way I thought it was going to go, and that was a nice surprise. The, obviously, animatronics look great in this film. They brought the toy animatronics to this movie, as it, of course, is based off Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the video game. And they do honestly look different to the main set that we see in the first movie. They're more hard metal looking instead of furry looking. And yeah, it looks great. The animatronics look good. They kept the sound effects of their walking and the clunkiness of them. They still moved very animatronic-esque. If you are a fan or you have played the Five Nights at Freddy's 2, this movie is for you. For just an ongoing fan, you're going to be confused at some things. I went with to the cinema with my friends James and Anthony. They've been on different forms of my channels and content before. James has no idea about anything with Five Nights at Freddy's, and he was kind of confused on certain things after the movie. Me and Anthony did have to explain a couple things, and I feel like that will happen with a few people. If you know nothing about Five Nights at Freddy's, there might be a couple things that went right over your head, which is a shame, realistically. But with that being said, if you do know some of the lore, then this movie's actually pretty decent. The main villain is the marionette, and honestly, kinda creepy. There's definitely moments in this movie where I was like, whoa, that is creepy as fuck. The jump scares weren't too jumpy. I'm not really a horror person. I don't really do horror movies, to be honest. I'm not really a horror guy. But yeah, there's definitely one or two moments where I was like, whoa, okay, yeah, that just happened. Ooh, breathe, man, breathe, which is great. I like those type of jump scares. There's more... Because it's more jump scary than anything else, the action just seems a bit lackluster. There's definitely, like, a couple action scenes near the end where it's just like, okay, cool. Sure. There's plot twists in this film as well, which just seemed a bit Again, you need to be a fan of the game, because that's the thing that people were confused at. Especially James, he's confused on why, these characters are just suddenly around, and why this person and this person know each other, and things like this. Overall, I enjoyed it though. I found the jump scares, like I said, most of them didn't make me jump. Those two that did, and I thought they were pretty good. I liked the effects. I did like the animatronics. These new ones, they looked more creepy because they were solid metal. I think the first set from the first movie, where they're like, they've got some like felt pattern or like fur to them, it made them look more, I don't know, gentle, I guess. I do like the fact that we are getting some lore now, though. They're building on the lore of, the characters and things like this, and it's given to you straight away as well. The lore isn't a case of, you're confused from the get-go. No, literally everything's handed to you straight away, which I really appreciate, because again, not everyone's going to be a fan of the games. I will say that one particular character really pissed me off in this movie, and I actually liked this character in the first movie, but now in the second movie, I wanted to punch them in their fucking face. I did not like a direction with one particular character, especially at the end, but that's for a late discussion, when it's more of a non-spoiler review. I'm just stating that one character I wish I could deck. Really hard in the nose. Anywho, certain pieces of dialogue, certain conversations are really well done, which makes the ones that are a bit stiff really stand out and really annoying. There's certain moments where it's really sweet and generous, or it's really intense and heavy, and it's like, yep, fucking awesome, and then that makes the awkward ones even more awkward. Really more awkward. The marionette is really well done. Again, there's certain lore changes and certain things, but it's not too changed from the game. It's not 100%, but it's okay. It's fine for what they changed it. They've still kept with the same storyline, which is fine too. Now, this movie does have an end credit scene, by the way, and for those who didn't stay to the very end of all the credits, please do so. It's not an end credit scene, but something does happen at the very end of the credits, which you might actually want to, if you ever get a chance to watch this film or re-watch this film, stay to the very end of the credits. Something happens which kind of leads, further continues on with the third film. There's gonna be a third film, for sure. The way they ended the second film, there's gonna be a third one. There is an end credit scene, but there's something that happens at the end of the credits, which I thought was actually very clever. And I don't see many movies do what this film did to kind of push on to the next film. It was actually kind of cool. There definitely is one major thing in this film which was really stupid. And it's because it was trying to please the gaming fans. It's something that happens in the game, and it's something that they do in the film, and it was really stupid. It's a mechanism that it's a mechanic in the game, and it's something you as the player can do in the game, and in the film, they do it. And in film, it's dumb. I do think that the ending was a bit rushed. The ending just kind of seemed to, happen. All this, it gets hectic, it gets dramatic, it's creepy, and then just one thing after the fucking other, split second, and it's just like, whoa, hang on, I just received so much information in the last 10 minutes, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, it's a bit hectic, but take away everything I just said, I actually did really enjoy this film. I think this film does hold up. Many people can disagree with that, and if you do disagree with that, that is perfectly fine. You are completely, you're entitled to your own opinion. I personally didn't think it's as good as the first one, but I still enjoyed it nevertheless. Of course, I would love to hear your thoughts on this movie. So yeah, please do, of course, let me know what you guys think of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the movies, down in the comments below. And do let me know how you compare it to the first one, and if you've ever played the games. I'd love to hear from you. That being said, of course, we do have a couple more Out of cinema experience videos coming your way, quick rapid fire for the next couple of days, because I've been watching these films near the end of December, and of course, Christmas break. So I do hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas, and I hope the new year has been treating you guys, good so far, even though we're only a couple hours in as of uploading the video. Now, that being said, I do look forward to the rest of this year, so of course do hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video from me. We normally upload on a Tuesday, but I wanted to get these videos, particularly these videos, out rather quickly. So look out for our upload on Tuesdays, and maybe some Thursday videos if I can. Worth passion, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye.